Merry Christmas. Oh my gosh.
How much did you eat today, Chris?
Entirely too much. I'm gonna have a food baby in the next, I don't know, couple hours probably. It's bad. It's bad. The pie was good.
You know what? My favorite part of our Christmas meal is my grandmother's stuffing that my mother and my sister make now.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Handed down stuff is the best.
And it has lots of sage in it.
Ooh,
you know, that's a big controversial thing.
Sage.
Sage.
Well, I'm Chris. That's Jackie. That's Katie. This is David. And boy, we are going to have some fun today.
Yeah.
On Christmas, we are unboxing all kinds of great knowledge for you. Some stuff that's going to help you get the food baby out of there. Just get ready. Okay. So we have to start with our sponsors. We want to thank our great sponsors, Falls Truck Center.
Yes.
Sean and Tanya Choate are just amazing. We
They
love
are.
them. Our great friends at 4 Stars Auto, and Jackie's going to give us something in just a moment. So hang on, stay tuned. That's called a tease in the industry. And then we also have our great friends at News Channel 6, of course, and our friends at AM 1290,
Yes.
where you can actually hear the show on Saturdays.
That's right. You can hear it on Saturday at 10, or you can watch it like you're watching now on Sunday night at 10:30 on News Channel 6.
Double dose, listen and then watch.
Or you can always catch us on Facebook, YouTube, because we're everywhere.
We are everywhere. It's crazy. All right, Jackie now has, drumroll, our fun fact from 4 Stars. What is it today?
Oh gosh, we love 4 Stars. We have such a great partnership with them. But 4 Stars today has over 1,800 raving 5-star reviews for the incredible customer service that they bring. A 4 Stars customer is a customer for life.
Wow.
And so we're real grateful for their sponsorship and their level of commitment to the Wichita Falls area. And guess what? They are the premier sponsor for the Kiwanis Pancake Feed coming back up again. And I mean, that's a big deal. So we
It's a
love
whole nother food baby. That is a whole nother food baby right there. That's just as good as Christmas.
But anyway, we're excited about our guest today.
We are.
Yeah.
David Henslee is with us. You are a master when it comes to health and wellness, and welcome. We're thrilled to have you. So tell our wonderful viewers a little bit about you and your kind of pathway to education and health in Wichita Falls.
Okay, well, first of all, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Thank you.
I came to Wichita Falls in 1979. Anyway, yeah. Career of physical therapy, got into health and wellness coaching kind of toward the end of my physical therapy career. In 2015, worked for board certification, national board certification. Now I have a little office and I just meet with people and have a great time.
I love it. On the pathway of health.
Well, I think he's like a local health and wellness celebrity. Would you not?
I would agree.
That's how I think of you. What do you think, Katie?
Yeah, like a guru almost
Yes.
for Wichita Falls.
Yes.
I like that word.
Like it.
So, now that you're retired, David, so how does your day roll, and where do people kind of reach out to you for the little time that you're working, that you're still assisting people?
Well, I retired from clinical practice, but I didn't retire completely. So I still do some physical therapy consultation, do health and wellness coaching, and it ends up being about 50-50.
Okay.
The best thing I do is that I have the luxury of time that I never had before. So if someone needs an hour and a half, someone needs 2 hours, I can schedule that in and give the people I see all the time they need. So I maintain a little office that has a couple of chairs and desk, very simple treatment table, and people I think my schedule's going to be dead in the water, and then just kind of one by one people call and call and call. I have about 10 slots open every week, and generally most of those are filled. So,
wow. When we had you on the show last time, it was awesome. I mean, it really blew up. People were making great comments and everything. And who knew that with everything that's happened in the last 2 years, I think more than ever, people need to take their health and wellness, self-care, mental wellness more to heart, don't you think?
And kind of going off what Jackie's saying, what would you want to tell the viewers is kind of your definition of wellness, and what does that look like for Wichita Falls now in 2022?
Okay, well, understand my definition of wellness is going to be my definition of wellness. Yours may be a little different, but overall, generally, wellness means living a full and fulfilling life. physically, mentally, spiritually, getting the right amount of sleep, eating the right food, exercise, a healthy mindset. Your thought life dictates so much in your life, and you can have the world, but if you think negative thoughts all day long, the chemicals in your brain drive your body down, raise your blood pressure, raise your cholesterol, do all the bad things to your body and your mind. And so living a life of wellness, to me, and I'll just throw this out there, is taking care of your soul, because your soul is where your physical life, where your thought life, and where your spiritual life all intersect. That one point where they all come together, that's where you need to focus. So all three of those areas are what make you whole. That's the essence of who you are. And if that's healthy, everything else just flows.
I feel like I owe you some money right now.
We just had a session.
Peace just came through. It just.
Well, I was noticing, Chris,
I was totally enthralled in every word you just said, because I think you're exactly right. I mean, it's that one. It's bringing everything together to make it all work. It's the pieces. You're taking a puzzle and you're putting it together for people.
That's right. I always, we don't have the same guest in the first section of the show, in the second, and we've chosen yet again for the second week to keep you for the second session, because I always think if there's one takeaway that our audience who are either listening or watching the show, one takeaway, if they could learn that one thing to make a change for 2023. You and I were talking before the show, everybody has to put their armor on to fight their day. What is your armor, and what's Katie's or Chris's or your armor, so that you can defend in battle whatever comes your way that day?
Sure.
And everybody has their own recipe, I guess, for that. Is that how you would say it?
Well, yeah, I think, like I say, there's no one right way to be well.
Okay.
Yours is going to be different than mine.
Sure.
And so you have to take the time, the luxury of time. You have to appropriate that time to sit, be quiet, to know yourself. Because Socrates, to know yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. And so identify how it is you want to live your life. What do you want to live for? Who do you want to live for? What do you want to do? Broaden your perspective. You can get it right for you, but then you need to broaden your perspective to see, how do I fit into this organization, this city, this group of people, my church, my community? What is it? What is my role in all of that, and how can I impact that organization or that group of people in a positive way, so that everybody gets to live their wellness picture?
Well, gosh, with that being said,
Man.
they got to stay tuned for the next
You
set.
You better. We seatbelted him to the chair. He can't go anywhere again. We added that feature this year. The seatbelt. We pull it tight, so I know he's trouble breathing, like me and my food baby. But it's Christmas night. We're going to talk more about being one and staying one and being healthy as we go into 2023. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere.
Arrivals coming in every week at 4 Stars Auto Ranch. You get more for your trade and award-winning satisfaction from 4 Stars Auto Ranch.
Experience commitment here at 4 Stars Auto.
Hopefully you had a great Christmas. Because it's still Christmas. So if you didn't, there's couple hours
you still
left,
got a
maybe hour and
chance.
You
half,
got about an hour left.
90 minutes of fun.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Chris. That's Jackie. That's Katie. This is David. We've been talking about health, and this has been a big year. 2022 has been, and 2021, and even go back to 2020, huge years when it came to mental care.
Yeah.
People really stepping up and saying, I need a break. I need a break. A lot of that has to do with wellness, and they go together. So can you kind of tell us how we navigate the system as we go into a new year? What's your advice on putting all that together and bringing it into one cohesive being?
I think the thing that most everybody struggles with is their agenda is so full. I mean, think about the three of you, how you live your lives. Every day there's a to-do list. Knock that out, knock that out, knock that out. Day after day after day. And so to be able to stay vital, to be able to stay creative, to be able to stay in tune with what's going on, you have to take the time to slow things down, carve out 15 minutes, 30 minutes to stop, think, pray, meditate, be quiet. Again, like I said, know yourself. A gentleman named Howard Thurman says, don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself, what is it that makes me come alive? And go do that. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. So what you need to do is you need to take that time, be introspective, examine yourself. What are my beliefs? My beliefs give me my values give me how I live my life. Are all those things in line? Are all those things in sync? You can go and set a goal for 2023 that by March I'm going to lose 20 pounds, or by the end of the year I'm going to be able to run a half marathon, or I'm going to own this, or I'm going to control this, or do that thing. Look at the why behind all of those whats. Look at your goals as you set your goals and think, what is it about that goal that's important to me? How is that going to help me become alive? Because the better you are, the better you are, the better I am. Everybody around you benefits from that.
I love that answer. So let me take it down this road for a second. I've been a business owner for over 40 years, and I've had lots of employees come through my doors, and each one of them have just been a blessing. They really have. Today, I noticed that in the last 3 or 4 years that our team members, because we're a family, we need more self-care a little bit more than I think in decades before. I don't know why I feel that way, David, but I feel responsible to look at each one of my team members and say, if you need a personal day, you got to take it, because I want you well and I want you happy. Have you noticed a trend where entrepreneurs and business owners maybe are handling their team members different today?
Sure.
Okay.
Out of necessity. The workforce is completely different now.
Yes.
It's in the last 2 years, how people work has completely changed. And so as a CEO, owner, I've been an owner, I've been an employee, and as an owner, I always wanted to remember what it was like to be an employee. And if you can keep that in mindset and understand, well, when I was working, this is what I wanted. I think kudos to you, your employee satisfaction must be sky high. The people who work for you love to work here.
Yeah, but let me elaborate on that. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. But I find it a constant work in progress. I feel like as owner, I have to pick up for when my employee stress level is getting too high. What is the reason? Is it something going on in their personal life? Is it us? What is it, and how can I bring them balance again?
Well, see, and that's the challenge for you as a business owner, the challenge of having a business that makes a profit so you can keep the doors open, so you can keep people employed, and yet nurturing the people who work for you, because they're the key to the organization, right? And so you have to have that balance. What can I do? You're aware of who your people are. They're aware of who you are. They know your values. Your values permeate the entire organization.
Okay, but let me say this as well. How many generations have said, the older generation said, this new younger generation, they don't know. Okay, you know where I'm going with that. I always say to those people, the amount of responsibility and extra things that each generation has thrown at them. Think about our 13-year-old daughters. Look what social media has done. So I always say, and guess what? You're going to say that when you get 80 years old. I think today we live in a complicated world.
We do.
Do you not think that way?
Full of technology, full of
Yes.
constant barragement with information. I mean, it's gotten, you know, I remember calling people on the phone to get the news.
Listen,
call somebody.
we live in the most blessed country.
Yeah, we do.
I'm not
Absolutely.
complaining. I'm just saying you have to step back and take a big, deep breath of air and go, what can I do for my fellow employees to make their day go better?
I think one of the biggest mistakes an employer might make is to treat their employees like a chair. When I need you, you're relevant to me. But when my legs are refreshed and I stand back up, when you walk away from that chair, you're not thinking about that chair. You never turn and walk away from your need for your employees. A good employer will recognize these are people they are living, breathing organisms who need care, who may need my affirmation, who may need a little extra at a girl, at a boy, once in a while. Doesn't mean you have to pander to them, doesn't mean you have to give them everything they want, right? No organization works that way. But to be concerned with their health and mental well-being, that's the best thing you can do for your employees.
What do you think,
Right,
Katie?
Absolutely. Well, you know, we're getting closer to the new year, and I think this is a great topic to talk about. A lot of people setting goals and trying to almost renew themselves in the new year, and I think a lot of that goes into health and wellness, and maybe people wanting to make some changes to help their life. But I think we really need your advice on maybe setting realistic goals. What would be your advice to the viewers on changes that they can make that they can maintain, that it's not just a 30-day and then drop off kind of goal?
Self-discipline's always hard, right? I mean, you know, the key ingredient in any program is persistence. But as you set your goals, I want you to think about the goal I'm setting to lose weight, to run a marathon, like I was saying. But you have to look at why you want. That's what makes a goal stick. If you have a valid reason for why you want to accomplish that goal, you're far more likely to keep that goal going until you achieve it. Find someone to help you, either to hold you accountable or that you can call for encouragement or just help you in some way along that journey, because a lot of times a journey with two is so much easier than a journey just by yourself. If you have someone to lean on when the days are hard, if you have someone to rely on, it makes all the difference in the world.
Whew.
And
Wow.
I'm a Christmas present for everybody. There you go.
there you go.
David, that was excellent. Thank you so much for your wisdom today. And
It's such an honor to be here. Thank
aw.
you.
Well, a last question. How can our viewers kind of get in touch with you, and what kind of services do you offer for them if they need your help?
I'm available at hensleywellness.com online. My email is david@hensleywellness. My work number is 940-500-0232.
Okay.
You can find me. If you want to find me, you can find me.
Well, we're going to wrap this section because we have the city space coming up.
We do.
So,
We're
yeah.
going to talk some more Christmas gifts
Yes.
for you as we go. David, thank you so much. for being
Sure,
here.
it's good to see you, Chris.
Really appreciate it. Great to see you too. We'll be right back, everybody. Stay with us.
Four incredible radio stations. That's who we are. We are Town Square Media, and we bring the best of radio to the North Texas area. Wake up early with News Talk 1290. That's us. How about Kelly Raspberry on 92.9 NIN? Yep, that's us. Bringing you the best of country with 102.3 The Bull. That's us. And rocking it all day long with 106.3 The Buzz. That's us. We are Town Square Media, and we're proud to be a sponsor of the social space.
Summer always seems like it'll last forever. Until it doesn't. Yeah, I guess it's that time of year again. Don't be caught off guard. Get ahead of the problem. Let James Lane make sure your unit's ready for 90 one day and 30 the next. Be ready for anything and everything with James Lane Air Conditioning and Plumbing. When you need us, we're there.
Medicare can be confusing. That's why it's important to have a locally born and raised expert to help you understand all your options. I'm Colby Bustacco, and I'm ready to serve you. Medicare changes every year, and that's why it's important to review the changes annually. I understand that everyone's needs are different. That's why I work hard to tailor a plan specifically for you, your family, and your lifestyle. That's the Bustacco way, more personal, more thoughtful, and more trusted.
Christmas, Noel, I don't know, what, Jingle Bells, we'll go with that.
How about the city space?
The city's, hey, it's that time, isn't it?
It's that time.
So it's a Christmas present to you that we bring you in the third segment
Yes.
of the social space now. We talk about the city because I'm the public information officer
Yep.
for the city, and I've always got something we can talk about. And so today's Christmas, and we talked about this last week, but I want to remind everybody, Christmas tree, your live one. We don't want the one you put in the box and put back up. Take your live Christmas tree to Kiwanis Park or to Lucy Park and drop it off. Make sure, because it's going to die, it's going to dry up, it's going to become a nuisance for you and your feet, and your cat's going to climb all over it, and it's going to be awful. So take it down, take all your stuff off of it, put it in the back of the truck, put it in the trunk, tie it to the top of the car, drag it. No, don't drag it. Whatever you can do, just get it to Lucy Park or Kiwanis Park and drop it off, and then they'll grind it up. They'll take them all and grind them up and make mulch for the city parks.
That's pretty cool. Chris, if anyone ever has a question about the city,
Sure.
where do they go to find out all that information?
Two resources are fantastic. If it's Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, you can call my office at 761-7401, and public information gurus, my staff, will answer your questions or throw you my way or whatever, and we'll take care of you. It's a simple solution. The other way is you can go to wichitafallstx.gov. The website is huge. There's so much information on it. We're constantly auditing it and getting old stuff off to make sure the new stuff's on, and so that's a great place to go. And also, we are on social media. I have a staff member that is our social media and marketing specialist, and she is extremely good at what she does. And
that's Facebook and Instagram?
Facebook, Instagram. We've got a YouTube channel.
Okay.
We're on Twitter. We do Snapchats, and what are those TikToks? We do those little TikTok things. I don't do a lot of those. I don't do a lot of TikTok. Every once in a while, I get sucked into one, but they're fun because we had a challenge. If you can say Irish wristwatch, we went around and asked city staff if they could say that, and it's not easy. People at home right now are saying because and it's not because it's Christmas night and it's been a long day. It's because it's hard to say. So we did that and made a little funny TikTok out of it.
And can you remind our viewers, when are the city council meetings and can they attend?
Sure, you can anytime. Yeah, those meetings are open to the public. The agenda comes out about a week before. No, it's not a week. It's Thursday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 5 days, 6 days in there. It's at City Hall, so 1300 7th Street. It's on the bottom floor, if you will. So Boys and Girls Club right there at 6th and Broad. There's a west parking lot and an east parking lot on that street. That's the best place to go, and you can go in the doors right there where the fountain kind of is or was. They're every first and third Tuesday of the month. They begin at 8:30 in the morning. And it just depends on the agenda. You might be out of there if you're going to stay for the whole thing by maybe 11 o'clock, probably earlier. But you can come and go if you wish.
Okay,
There is no free coffee. There's no free donuts. I've been pushing for that.
Well,
but
okay.
I
As long
can't-
as you're pushing for
I
it.
can't, yeah. So far, it's fallen
I always
quickly.
say, if you've never attended a city council meeting, it's probably a good idea. Or you can watch it. Can't you watch it on television?
Can. Yeah, we've got it. It's on we have a cable channel on Spectrum Cable 1300. So that's our channel, and it is live on that. You can watch it live on Facebook, and you can also watch it live on the website. So there's 3 options right there to watch it live, and then you can also watch it later on YouTube, because once it gets done, we'll post there. We used to be live on YouTube, but we knocked out YouTube because we got hacked.
Oh.
So
Can you believe that? Someone hacked the city.
I'm shocked.
Why? It's the city.
So we're wrapping up Christmas show.
We are.
So Katie, I'm going to throw him a boomerang. He does
Okay.
not know I'm going to ask him this as we wrap up the show.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, earlier today, Chris, you and I were visiting about the story of when your kids found out about Santa Claus. I mean, I remember when I did.
Yeah.
you know. So I
hope no
asked
kids are
you, and
watching.
you said, well, let me tell you a story that a friend told me.
Yeah.
Chris, you just have to share that story.
Okay, so this lady had 3 children, and they were, of course, all different ages. They weren't triplets. So when her oldest found out about Santa, she said, "Well, you can actually be Santa." And
Wait a minute, what?
She told this child that he can be a Santa also. So she told him to find somebody who needed something, who's in need. Well, he threw a paper route, and he noticed that one of the ladies he threw the paper to was an elderly woman who always came outside in her bare feet to get the paper. So he guesstimated her shoe size and went and bought her slippers and left them at her door. And he became a Santa. So when her middle child started to ask questions, she took her middle child to lunch and had her older child with her, and they explained to that child how it works. And so they passed it down through their little family once they realized that,
You could be
Wow.
you can be Santa. You can be a Santa anytime you want. You don't have to do it at Christmas. You can do it anytime. But it was a great message
That's
of giving.
amazing.
And that's what today's all
So
about.
Santa really lives. And
all
with
of us.
that being said, I hope everyone that's watching and listening had a great Christmas day. Chris, we are loving having you on the show.
Thank you, Jackie.
And Katie, thank you for sitting in again.
Absolutely.
And we have such great things planned for 2023.
We do.
And I hope you eat leftovers tomorrow. Actually, I hope December 26th you stay in your pajamas all day,
That's right.
play with your kids,
That's right.
play with the toys. Do not take the tree down too early.
No.
Enjoy the tree for another couple of
Absolutely.
days
Sure.
or a week. And just relax. Go, be mindful of what David taught us and just chill.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt to chill.
It does not.
There you go.
And there's football on somewhere.
That's right. So with that being said, we wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and we look forward to seeing you next Sunday, which is actually New Year's Day.
2023, baby!
Let's go!
I hope everybody's ready.
Yeah,
It's going to be fun. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in a week.
in a week.